Hello, good evening. I just wanted to talk a little bit today in my second video blog about a little bit of a paradox that I've noticed with regard to technology. You know, we have cell phones and iPods and laptops and netbooks and iPads, all these different things that help us to maintain connections. We can IM back and forth with our friends. We can hop on Facebook. We can write blogs. We can send emails. We can do all these different things. And it allows us to, at least in theory, stay closer to the people that we care about. What's kind of a paradox about it, though, is that oftentimes the technology that's meant to keep us close together serves to separate us, serves to keep us apart. And it was illustrated for me today by kind of a strange thing. I got home today after work. I was going through some of the news sites that I read in my spare time, and I was reading one. It's from the Loudoun Independent, which is just a little local news source for Loudoun County, Virginia, which is where I live. And I was reading it, and in this article it talks about a car accident. It says, at about 12:30 p.m. on May 17th, which is today, multiple vehicles were put out of commission after a truck lost its cargo on Route 28 South near Frying Pan Road. And it goes on, and it talks about how this truck, which was carrying 24-inch pipe pressure seals, each of which weighing over 100 pounds, lost its load in the road. And all these different cars, a total of 10 vehicles were involved, it says. This had to be extremely loud, as you would expect, 100-pound hunks of metal falling off a truck and slamming into other cars. It had to be a huge commotion. It had to be sirens, it had to be, ambulances, police cars, all this stuff. And I didn't hear about this till I got home. I work about maybe a quarter mile from where this happened. Maybe. If I look out the window of my office, not right where I sit, but if I walk down the hall a little bit and I look out the window on the end, I could probably have seen this. And I had no idea that it had happened until I got home and I read it on a website. And why is that? Why didn't I hear this? Well, it could be any number of things. Maybe it wasn't as loud as it seems like it should have been. There's some trees in the way there. Maybe it absorbed the sound, all this kind of stuff. But ultimately, even though it was a nice, decent temperature today, it was a little rainy. But I work in a normal, modern office building. The windows don't even open. If I wanted to open a window, I can't. They're sealed because it's climate controlled. Now, I'm not going to complain about climate control. I love climate control. But I was completely separated from something happening less than a quarter mile away. Didn't even know that this had occurred. I work right next to Dulles International Airport, Washington Dulles International Airport. One of the largest airports, at least in the eastern United States. It's comparable to JFK International up in New York, something like that. And, if there was a plane crash, I don't know that I'd know unless it happened to happen right outside the window by my desk, or if I happen to look online during the day. So it's a real paradox. On the other hand, the flip side of that is when I wanted to get my thoughts together for this discussion, I could bring up Google Maps and I could measure the distance from my office to where the accident occurred. I could even switch it into Google Street View, and I could see pictures of the intersection, obviously not from today. So I can in a millisecond, bring up pictures of a road that's quite a long way from where I am now. And yet, at 12:30 p.m. today, I couldn't hear what happened in that same intersection. It's just something to think about. I'm not trying to make a moral judgment. I mean, I love technology. I work on technology every day. It's my career, it's my hobby, it's what I like. And so I'm not going to sit here and say that technology has destroyed the community or anything like that. But it is something to think about. It's something to think about. Facebook is great, and email is great, and instant messenger, and all this stuff that allows you to stay in touch with the people that you care about. These are all great things. But at the same time, I think it's important that we remember to open our windows now and then, and to see what's going on right outside, right in our neighborhood. Anyway, just something to think about. Until next time, thank you.